you not gonna scratch me.
You ain't gonna scratch me. Good God. Oh. This thing was started off on level 10.
Tyler, we're not doing this tonight. We're not doing it, and I'm tired.
But I'm here for it, though. I'm here for it.
I'm here for
it. I'm here for it.
All right, Candace is still beating the heck out of Mrs. DeLong, right? They gave her a bloody nose. Candace turned her over and was like, "Are you ready to talk? Yeah, you ready to talk?"
Yeah.
She was like, she said,
yeah. I was like, oh.
I said I was right all along. I said she did have something to do with it.
She was in on it.
Well, come to find out, she really is a social worker, but some kind of way, Oscar got in her ear and told her, look, find a way for her to put her information into the computer, because if you can prove that she got a lot of money, I'll pay you $25,000. So pretty much he was like, I'll give you a Corolla, because that won't even gonna buy the Toyota Camry.
No, you green. You green.
25,000?
25,000? You green.
To cross Candace?
Yeah. Yeah. But she didn't know what she was getting herself into. She didn't know nothing about Candace.
So Candace was like, okay, where the money at? She said, I ain't got it no more. She said,
spent it.
I told you she went and bought her a Corolla.
Yeah.
So then Candace told her, look, I want the $25,000. She was like, I don't have it. She said, what? I'll go to my credit union. Candace said, better yet, 100,000.
100 G's.
She said, I can't do that. You better get you a loan at that credit union. You better have some good credit at the credit union.
And not only that, you got 6 hours. 6
hours. And when you come back, bring me my son and a recommendation.
Yeah. Ooh.
So then we see Oscar. He going on over there with David, because David been hiding out at campaign headquarters, right? Because he can't go home.
Nope.
So Oscar shows him the folder. Long story short, David now knows that Maggie was the one who hired the detective to get the pictures of Bennett.
He already knew that.
But he already knew that.
He already knew that.
He already knew.
Yeah, he already knew that.
So I'm over it. And Brandon is like, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Stop saying you're sorry, because it sounds like O.J. Simpson. I'm sorry.
I'm sorry.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Stop.
Like, hey, both of y'all doing dirt.
Why are you so sorry?
Why are you so sorry? I mean, that's part of the game.
So then we see Catherine. She fall through the door.
Yeah.
With her Crooked Line Instagram boutique cheetah skirt on. I said,
Catherine look extra wide to y'all tonight.
She did look extra wide.
Yeah.
Because they didn't let her put her Spanx back on before she left.
She been eating too many of them pork chops and backstage.
But I like her shape, though. She shaped just like us country girls.
Mm-hmm.
So she come in there. She was like, David, why you out? I'm out, but Jim and Veronica get out. David said, look, she ain't getting out.
He said, I'm working on it.
She was like, look, you need to find a way to get you out. Look, get over it.
Yeah, get over it.
David
we
said,
all have been cheated on, so get over it.
She said, we done did some cheating, too.
Yeah, said, put your big boy pants on and make some stuff happen. He said, I'm working on it.
I'm working on it. That goddamn Catherine's phone been ringing off the hook. We'll come find out it's a bank.
Yeah, the goddamn bank is calling.
And she pretty much cussed him out. Said, look, you been calling me all freaking day. I got stuff to do. I just got out of jail.
Crisis.
I just got out the pen.
Yeah.
I got out the FEMA jail. And what you... I'm going to leave the FEMA jail alone. But she was like, look, don't call me, I'll call you.
Yeah.
I was like, I know what that call is all about. So you almost made me lift my wig up on that one, Catherine. So then they got done. David tells her, look, Maggie did got me out. I said, why Maggie ain't get Jim out? Then Maggie come right on the door. Because it's too risky. He's too hot, and you need to distance yourself.
You need to distance yourself from him.
This is where I'm got doing confused.
Yeah, I'm confused too. I was getting ready to say I'm confused.
All that stuff that Jim done did. All that hate that you got towards Jim. All of that. You want to leave him. Y'all ain't sleeping. Y'all ain't getting no nookie, no nothing. He tried to...
I know what it is. I know what it is.
But you said if don't nobody else ride for him, you will?
I know what it is.
What is it?
She ain't riding for Jim. She riding for the money and the power.
But she got the money. Jim ain't got no money.
Oh, Jim got money.
Well, he got her money.
Yeah, I mean, but it's the package deal, the power and the money that they got.
They live in a joint community property state.
But see, yeah. But the reason why I said that, leading up to the freaking next scene with the DA, when they said that them jokers sitting on the freaking board at the bank.
Well, yeah.
So they can't afford to split up.
I'm right here.
Yeah.
I'm right here.
I just want to make sure that you hear me.
I heard you.
Do I need to say it on the bullhorn?
No.
It's the money in the pill.
He pisses me off, y'all. So, the DA, she calling over there to the bank, right? The president answered the phone. She was like, "Have you gotten my calls?" He said, "Yeah, I got your calls, your facts, everything. I've been busy. So she was like, in so many words, look, Wyatt is gonna be there in this morning, release his money. He said, you know he's a drug addict, right? She was like, so you were counseling that?
Yeah,
You're
so you a therapist?
I said,
He was like, no.
But I'm a family friend. And they sit on the board, like you said. I said, oh, so it's like that. She said, look, don't you see that it's signed off by a judge?
He said, yeah, I see that.
He said, so if you go around tampering with evidence and what is it?
A witness protection.
Yeah, messing with the protection of a witness, you gonna have hell to pay.
He said, okay.
He had that pen. He said, nights like this, I wish Ray Charles would.
No, I wish the DA would get off this phone.
Get off it. So we get back to the scene, y'all. I swear to God. Me and Jedi were talking about this. We were on Skype the other day. Y'all get on Jedi because he need to do these reviews.
Yeah, come back, Jedi. Come back.
We were talking on Skype. Ain't Candace and Erica giving y'all lesbian teas? Yeah.
Yeah,
I said I felt it, but I ain't want to say it. Then when he asked, he said, "I said, yeah."
But I guess we can't see it until we see the evidence.
Right. For real. We ain't gonna put that on nobody.
But because we saying that, Tyler them might write it in the script.
Yeah, because he doing
watching
retakes.
Yeah.
So Candace was like, look, I done messed up this time. Look.
Yeah, I'm in too deep now.
She said I had it all. I had the money. I had the Professor Cannon set up a way for me to take the bar early. Yeah. Now he won't answer his phone. Erica said, okay, he dead.
She dead? He said, what?
So yeah, he was gunned down in front of college, ex-girlfriend type of stuff. So Candace already know what that is.
She know exactly what it is.
She was like, oh Lord, daggone it.
And Candace dropped the word. She said, maybe my mama was right. Y'all know.
That you don't say that unless you really mean that.
When you down, you got you at rock bottom when you say your parents was right. Even though in your mind you know that they right. But you won't never say that out your mouth unless things get real bad. Erica was like, I ain't trying to hear that.
She said, well, if your mama right, your Bible thumping mama, then my daddy right
my preacher daddy right too, and I don't want to hear it.
I said,
both of them can be right.
I said, darn. Y'all came from over at Kojic and just turned the place out. So, they got doing, Candace told Erica, look, it's one thing in crossing somebody that got something to lose, but I crossed somebody that ain't got nothing to lose. And she was like, who? War.
She was like, please don't tell me that you crossed War.
She said, do you remember what he did to Tina and Jasmine? I said, no, but tell me.
Yeah, tell me what he do.
Because ain't nobody told me. What he do?
You know what it reminded me of on next Friday? Said, you know what happened to the mother security guards? He said, you ain't know what happened to the mother security guards. So do you know what happened to Tina and Jasmine?
I said, oh gosh. So she said, look, you gotta find a way to get this money. She said, well, I'm gonna try to get this $100,000 from this social worker.
She said, she ain't gonna give you that money. Nah. Miss DeLong, she gone.
She got on that Greyhound.
Yeah, she on a plane Greyhound or something. She gone.
She on the mega bus. She gone.
Yep, she gone.
She gone to Atlantic City trying to triple that money and go.
Yeah.
So, Candace let us know that she can't let Benny know about this here.
Exactly. So he gonna miss.
She said Benny don't have no limits.
No limits. She right though.
When did this happen though? Like, I know he got limits when it comes to his sister, but the way she said it was like Benny is crazy as hell.
And he even more crazy after that goddamn surgery. He is. He started being real disrespectful to his mama, to everybody after that surgery.
So I'm like, oh Lord. So she said the only way she could think about getting over this is she got to mortgage both of these houses, but she don't want to tell Benny about that. Tell Benny
because she gonna have to lie to him.
And I said, well, you can't mortgage no house that fast, honey.
Nah.
I don't know about that, bro. I don't know, honey.
Yeah, I don't know how you gonna.
You just, like Grandma said, you just might have to get killed it up.
Because Benny gonna say, why do you need to mortgage our house? When they pay for, they both pay for, so why are you gonna go and carry some debt on a house that's paid for? Mm-hmm. He ain't gonna go for it.
So in the meantime, they got doing Candace said, we need to go pay Landon a visit because we need to find old Oliver.
Old Landon about ready to get his tail whooped.
Yeah. He don't even know yet.
He don't even know.
Jim, they preparing for their bail hearing. Catherine ain't even been home yet because she been trying to get them jokers out. Mm-hmm. Well, long story short, she still can't believe that her husband ain't trying to get her out. Catherine tried to lie. Yeah. Help her friend's feelings out. She was like, he's working on it.
Jim was like, tell her the truth.
Tell her the truth.
He ain't getting her out.
He said, if I was your husband, I'd let your sorry right up in here too.
Right in here.
I said, you know what, Jim, stop playing. So, Veronica's face cracked. She was like, really? My husband is really not going to get me out. She said,
tell me the truth.
Tell me the truth.
Tell me the truth.
Tell the truth. So then, the guy that they had in there, I can't remember his name. Marty said, well, I'm going to be representing the both of you all. Veronica said, bullshit.
You ain't representing me. I'm representing myself.
She said, I done beat you like 30 times.
Yeah,
I'm good.
Like 30 something.
I'm good. That's exactly what she said. I said, well, I don't blame if you beat him 30 times. I represent myself too.
I represent myself too.
I knew what she was up to. I already knew it. So Wyatt goes over there to the DA's office to pick up his paperwork.
His old paperwork.
So he could go to the bank. Wyatt was like, my mama out, my daddy out. She's like, no, but your mama is out. He was like, DA said, look, there's a reason why I had that bail hearing on today.
Yeah, stop them from going to the bank.
I said,
brilliant.
Brilliant on your part, honey.
Yeah.
So then we get to see where Hannah's sitting over there at the Cryer's house, surrounded in liquor bottles from Wyatt's blast from the past. Mm-hmm. And David walks in there, telling me something. I was hoping that I would find you here. I went by your house. I'm sorry
for what happened.
Hannah was like, look, cut the chase.
Yeah.
I hate all of y'all. See, this is what y'all do. Y'all flying around with money. Y'all cover up people's crap.
Yeah.
She said, y'all know that he hit my son. And y'all covered it up. He said, under legal obligations, I'm not able to disclose any information to you or something like that.
Yeah.
So
but
then
I need you.
Yeah, but I need you to tell
me everything about your son and my wife.
He said, that night that I came to your house and my truck was there, was my wife there with your son? Hannah said, look, as Benny's mother, I am no ways in the position to disclose that kind of information to you. I said,
boom, right back at you. I knew she was going to do that, though. And then he going to try to act like he trying to protect Benny.
Yes.
Talking about some, he hit with my wife, anytime my wife getting involved with anybody, it's because she trying to get something from him.
I thought he had played Hannah for a minute. She said, you think I'm that stupid? You think I'm just an ignorant black maid?
Yeah, I'm smart.
She said, She said, ask my son. He said, I already tried to. He said, she said, what he say? He said, ask your wife. She said, I've raised that boy better than that. She said, he should have said, ask your trifling wife.
I said, oh, she said, I'm gonna talk to that boy about that.
I said, whoo.
But I still can't see the game that she was playing with Benny. I don't think the game.
He was just using it.
Yeah, I don't think the game was against Benny. I think the game was to get back at David.
Yeah,
because Benny ain't had nothing. I mean, the boy broke living at home with his mama, so what she gonna get?
But ain't that like real life though? When people cheat on people, they cheat on people when people they ain't gotten bullshit.
And you be like, you cheat with somebody got something to lose. Benny ain't got nothing to lose.
Yeah, be like, you're no good, heartbreaker, you're a liar, you're a cheat. So
sing it.
That goddamn Benny. No, Jesus, I can't. I just can't. So then David calls Oscar. See, this is how we know David is conniving.
Yeah.
We like David, but David is that silent killer.
Yeah, he that silent snake in the grass that you don't hear coming until he bites you.
They got doing. David called Oscar and said, "Look, I need your connects because I need you to reroute Bennett's phone calls to another tow yard."
Yeah, how in the heck you able to freaking reroute people's phones?
Is you Verizon?
Yeah.
Is you Belly Lady?
Got me kind of nervous. Can somebody make a phone call and reroute my calls?
Hell, do it. Reroute the bill while you're at it.
Yeah, you can reroute my bill.
I don't care nothing about that.
But don't reroute my calls.
Yeah, we don't talk on the phone no back. We text. So then we see Wyatt. Evidently Wyatt done been to the bank. He up in the hotel room getting turned. He over there buying condos. I don't know who this dude is, but I guess he's a realtor.
I guess he's a realtor.
But he's a realtor / drug dealer / pimp.
Yeah.
Because Wyatt told him, look, get me some girls, some blow, and a place.
And close on this place quick as possible. He said, wow, you do know this place is $3 million. He said, so, just make it happen.
Make it happen. Make it happen. Make it happen.
And this fool went in the drawer and pulled out a big old bag of powdered sugar. We know it's powdered sugar, but
yeah,
cocaine, a.k.a. cocaine. Talking about some... Smell it.
He just going over there getting diabetes through his nose.
Yeah.
I said, oh my God. And so Wyatt is such an a-hole, y'all.
He gonna by a couple of days, he gonna have none of that money left.
Because Candace gonna get it from him. But then we get the bail hearing, right? DA was like, when it comes to Jim, the state is requesting no bail.
No bail, because he covered up the hit and run of a murder of a baby and
we got it.
Yeah, well, you know what, a hit and run.
The judge said, no bail. That guy done Jim went off.
He said, you SOB.
You got it out for me anyway.
You got it out for me anyway.
30 more days.
30 more days.
You want to try for 60? Jim shut up, went on back to
Mark
jail.
said, Jim.
That goddamn Veronica came through there. I said, here it go.
She got that evil smirk on her face. I said, yeah, she got something up her sleeve.
DA did the same thing. State requested no bail because she covered up a murder. She said, as an officer of the law, or what she say, as an officer of the court.
Of the court.
I am in no legal obligation to disclose the information that my client has disclosed to me.
Like, oh,
you tried it just like TMZ tried me.
And then the judge said, Jennifer, you reaching?
You reaching?
She said, no.
The son told me.
The son told me that
she don't represent him. He said, well, this ain't the court case. So we'll deal with that at court.
Yeah. Case dismissed.
Well, no, she's released.
Yeah, she's released. Pretty much. Case dismissed pretty much. When dealing with Veronica, the devil.
I said,
well, we call her Veronica D. Monica.
It's D. Monica.
Yeah.
She walks past the DA and
winks her eye.
Gotcha. You winch. And we're doing it in slow motion, too.
Yep. Gotcha.
So, Bennett goes back to the tow yard finally, and Mitch is over there just pissed off. See, Mitch, though, fabricated a story in his head. Because by this time, the freaking phone lines are shut down. Ain't nothing going on. So, Mitch is like, okay, Bennett, that guy doing... Dagon Harrington dude came by here an hour later. We ain't got no toes.
Yeah.
What is really happening?
Yeah, everything went to hell since he showed up.
You run around with shovels and lime.
Yeah.
Benny was like, huh. So Benny figured it out. He tried to call his own phone, ain't getting through. Call himself, but he get himself. He said, I know.
He knew.
He showed up over at that campaign headquarters.
Yep.
I said, oh.
Say it's about to go down.
What on Major Payne say? You want a tussle?
Yeah,
you want a tussle? I said, oh Lord, these heads gonna tussle. That guy doing Bennett was like, look, I know you did something to my goddamn phone. I don't play these kind of games. Tell me what you want.
Tell me what you know about my wife.
Put my phone on.
He said, we messed around a couple of times. I don't care. I don't play these kind of games. Put my phone back on.
I don't want your wife. But put my phone back on.
That
That sounds like when people get their electric cut off. And be like, I don't care how much I owe. Put my conduit lights on.
And you don't put the phone back on, put it in my kid's name. Little Tay-Tay now.
I cannot do this.
Now, I know some people that their phone get cut off in their name, and they'll turn around and make up a company name to get their phone back on. Mm-hmm.
It ain't me, but when I say it ain't me, meaning that it's this close to being me, and it ain't on this side. I'm just saying, yeah, you run around here with bakery names and crap, such and such kitchen delights.
Yeah,
run around here with 1-800 numbers.
But I guess you got to do what you got to do to get where you're going.
Gotta do it.
Gotta do what you.
So they got doing Maggie's in there crying because she don't freaking deceive David. She's so heartbroken. I told y'all Maggie gonna be pregnant.
Mm-hmm.
And Landon was like, she's like, Landon, you told me. I shouldn't have crossed David. David said, yeah, you shouldn't have crossed me.
Yeah, you shouldn't have crossed me.
Old head David tried to, I guess he called himself trying to fight Benny. But he
I don't know
only
what kind of fight.
Face.
Yeah, they was like.
Yeah, I said.
Like, what kind of fighting is that?
I said, they want to tussle.
Yeah. I'm like, do you want to kiss him? But he pushed me back. You know,
get your hands off my face.
Well, I was just marking with.
Because, you know, I got a complex. I'll click out and click back in.
Yeah.
I'll wake up, I'll be in the freaking padded room.
Just don't hit me between my eyes.
So what happened after that?
That's pretty much it right there.
Oh, they got doing there something bite me on my goddamn leg. So they got doing David finds out that Veronica is out and he runs out the door.
Oh yeah, he's throwing the door wide open.
Her life is on the line if she get to the house.
Mm-hmm.
And that was basically it.
Yeah, that was basically it right there.
Got doing good episode, y'all.
Yeah, good episode. Good episode. And now look, this week, y'all.
I don't know what's
I seen this so much on the previews.
I'm trying to figure out if they're gonna wrap this show up.
I saw gangster Ruben Studdard in the room with Candace. I guess to confront Landon.
I don't know what's happening.
The goddamn police officer was there with a gun up to Jeffrey head.
Jeffrey had 2 weeks off. Was he on suspension or something?
I don't know, but next week
he had to go work for the National Guard.
Next week he'll be looking at the barrel of a 9mm.
We'll see. Well, I'm going to bed, y'all. Straight from the VA.
The dirty, dirty South.
To down.
Holla.